What is going on, everybody? It is Zay, and welcome back to the page. In today's video, we're going to be doing the 1983 challenge. So basically what that entails is, originally in the FNAF universe, one of the first locations opened was Fredbear's and Family Diner, I believe, or just Fredbear Diner. And the two main animatronics at that time, were Spring Bonnie and Fredbear. So in today's challenge, we're going to be using those animatronics and different variations of them. So if we look down here in my loadout, actually let me go to my inventory. It'll be easier so I can show you guys the names. So we're going to go in order here from left to right. First we have Spring Bonnie. This is going to be our booster. Secondly, we have Tarnished Spring Bonnie. This is going to be one of our starter attackers, which is going to be really important because these these units are kind of old in the game, so they're not going to be the very best. So we're going to want all the damage we can get, basically. Then, for the last of the Spring Bonnies, we have the King. And I know technically the King is not like a animatronic, like a real one in the FNAF universe, other than this game. But for the video's sake, we're just going to have him in our loadout. Then for Fredbear's, we have, Fredbear. He's going to be our range booster. That's going to be very important too, because the range on a lot of these units isn't that great, so we're going to need that range boost. Then we have Tarnished Fredbear, which is a newer unit, so he's AoE, and he has the passive of course, slowing. That's going to be very important. I know it says Bite of 87.
Was that the Bite of 87?
Fredbear is from 1983, of course, we know that. Then finally, let me get that off. Wait, where is it? Oh, right here. Duh. Then we have Nightmare Fredbear. Now, Nightmare Fredbear is from FNAF 4, when the crying child is, of course, in the home location, and he has to defend himself from the animatronic, the Nightmare animatronics. Now, obviously, since it's a Nightmare one, he has seen Fredbear, at least has known about Fredbear. We know that from the one minigame he plays. If you go up to the TV, it says 1983 Fredbear and Friends, I believe, or something along those lines. So, you know, Fredbear is a part of that as well, so we're going to have him in our loadout too. Now, I don't have, more than 6 slots, so I think halfway through the video I might switch out a couple of these units for some other ones that are also from 1983, supposedly. But if you like what you guys see in today's video, of course, drop a like, subscribe, and share. Now, let's get right into the challenge. Alright, now that we're loaded in, we're going to choose one of these levels here. This is story mode, by the way, just want to make that clear. Now, we don't want to do, the first two, because, honestly, those are going to be super easy. I don't think that's going to be a challenge. But we do have 2.5 times rewards and luck for Game 4 Night 1, so I think that's going to be a pretty good start. Let's even try out Nightmare. I don't even remember. Oh yeah, wait, this would be FNAF 4, so that's actually kind of fitting for the video, ironically. But we're going to do... we're not going to do Hell Mode. Let's just do Pirate's Cove. And of course, speed the game up. So I already need to start placing, because I don't know how well these units are going to do. So we're going to put down 1 support and 1 attacker right now, but I do want this one. Yeah, look at that HP, oh my. We gotta start placing really fast, oh my. Alright, gonna start upgrading these ones. Max them out, I believe. Are they all maxed? Not this one. Oops, sorry, Fredbear. So I do have speed up here. I have the 3rd one, actually. So we're gonna do that. Speed through this a little bit faster. Don't want to be sitting around all day. Update's coming. Let me put down... Not a lot of people have this, and apparently a lot of people want this. This was one of the first, exclusive packs that I got. And I was like, man, isn't this so cool? Honestly, this model's super cool. I love that he has the dual Tommy guns right here. Although his damage isn't great anymore, if you want to run him in, your current loadout, probably not the best choice, but definitely one of the cooler ones. For sure. And also Nightmare as well. I'm pretty sure this is just Nightmare Fredbear, but I also have Nightmare, so I think I'm going to add him halfway through the video, like I said. Not sure, it depends on how far we get. But as far as this level goes, it looks like we're speeding right through it. Didn't even have to put down the King yet. So we're going to place another one of these. Bam, bam, bam. Nightmare Fredbear is on the scene. Alright, so wave 15 already. Let's see how fast they can kill the boss. Carnage Bonnie. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, guys. I might have to put down the King. Smite them.
I will be in your dreams.
I sure hope you're not in my dreams. Alright, but we got past that level pretty easily. Should ramp up the difficulty here. I'll be right back when we load it into another game. Alright, so I chose Game 6, Night 1. Not sure how this is going to work out, because I also chose Nightmare, so maybe I won't do Speed Up, and maybe I'll just have... No, I feel like Speed Up, though, is the only good one, because they're either going to have more health, or their HP is just going to regen, and I don't think any of these are anti-regen at all, so... At least we have our Tarnished Fredbear for the slowing. That is a key factor here in this challenge, because without that I don't think it would be possible, but then again, anything is possible when you put your mind to it, am I right, fellas?
Oh, brother!
All jokes aside, though, it doesn't look like we're doing too bad, honestly. Like, I feel like in the Game 4, like, we were kind of struggling at the start, like, didn't even have a good start, but that could have been just from the units I put down, so that could have been on me, I don't know, but from the looks of it now, we're doing pretty good. Get both of our boosters down. And it's actually just kind of refreshing to see some of these old units again. Like the Spring Bonnie, I remember when this used to be meta. And now it's like either you don't see it anymore, or people are looking for the shiny one. I don't know how good the shiny one is, if it's like considered like a better one. I mean, obviously the shiny ones are better, but like if you want to use it in your loadout today or something, like I'm pretty sure there's better boosters for that, like shiny DJ Music Man or shiny Overseer a little bit. Any one of those, I'm not sure, but it is also refreshing to see all these units, like I said. But let me know in the comments below, guys. What do you think? What do you think of the challenge? I forgot to put the 3x speed on. Oh, I'm doing this too fast. Okay, you're not doing it fast enough. How about that? How about that, game? Yeah, we are smoking right through this level here. So I think this calls for a Game 8. Game 8 Night 1. I didn't think these units would be able to hold up. I don't know if you guys watched my other challenge videos, FNAF 1 challenge or FNAF 2 challenge, but someone please remind me to turn off boss voice lines. Oh, it talks right over me. Uh-oh, he might get past. Oh, never mind. He took a turn. That was so lucky for us. So very lucky. We could have lost right there.
But I will be free, soaring wild and carefree.
Oh my goodness, brother, just keeps on yapping, but I gotta turn those boss lines off because they keep talking right over me. How rude. I'll be right back, guys. Hold on. Alright, we are loading into Game 8, Night 1. And before I forget, guys, I'm going to turn off the boss voice lines. I hope you don't mind, but it's honestly super loud in my headphones, and it talks right over me. Well, I gotta pick something first here, so... Pirate's Cove, and we need to immediately put these units down, because I know that this level's probably going to be hard, guys. I'm not going to lie. I don't know if we'll beat it. But before I forget, scroll. I don't even remember turning this on. And then upgrade immediately. We need upgrades immediately. So glad they added this unit manager tab, because clicking around on all the units can be hard, especially if some of them overlap. I'm sure you guys know, like you keep clicking on the same animatronic. A little annoying, but that's what the unit manager's for. Anyway, sorry about that. So it doesn't look like we're doing too bad. Let's get down our Nightmare Fredbears and then put down our king. Yes, we're going to put down our king now, because before we almost lost a couple levels because I didn't have him down. Me being a little bit silly. Let's put our 3x speed on, speed things up, and make sure we have all of our animatronics out that we possibly can here. A lot of gold on the screen. Need another Spring Bonnie. We'll put him there. And our Tarnished Spring Bonnies. Boop and boop. Now, we just spam upgrades because basically we have a lot of money. Bam, 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 boom, bing, bada, boom. Oops. Bow. Now we have everything upgraded to the maximum. Doesn't this look so cool, guys? I mean, just seeing all of like the different variations of a certain animatronic. This looks pretty cool. It's almost like a fun house. Like you're just walking through a hall of mirrors, and it's like every reflection looks like you, but it's something a little bit different. That's kind of what it reminds me of. Anyways, we're already on wave 15. I can't believe that we're doing so well with these animatronics. It's honestly surprising. But here is the real question. Will it be able to beat this boss? Uh-oh. Oh, he's zooming. He is zooming. Uh-oh. And uh-oh.
Oh my god!
We lost. Unfortunately, the animatronics could not do Game 8 Night 1 on Nightmare. Maybe if I had better placement or something, but I don't think so because we were speeding through the waves pretty fast up until the boss. And honestly, some of the bosses are pretty hard, so unfortunately, we did not win that one. So all the way up until, I believe, probably Game 7, I would say. Game 7, whatever night, and then anything before that, you could use these animatronics and play the Nightmare mode, like on Pirate's Cove or possibly one of the other ones. I haven't tested the other ones yet, but as you can see, these units are pretty viable still, so I think I'm going to go to the event for the update, and I'm going to switch out some of the animatronics and units, and we're going to see if they can pull through the event games. Let's find out. So I made my way over to the event area. Before we get started here and testing out the game, I just want to point out that I did change 2 units. One of them being, now we have the Crying Child on our team, and then we also have Nightmare. So now we have 4, oops, don't want to go into a game yet. We have 4 Fredbears on our team, 1 Spring Bonnie, and the Crying Child. This is where it all started, guys. Fredbear's Family Diner. This is the start of the FNAF universe, basically. Or maybe even prior to that. Maybe there's some FNAF lore I missed out on, or I'm just totally forgetting. But it's basically where it all started. So let's just hop into a game here. I don't want to do any summoning or anything. And honestly, guys, I was going to record yesterday, but I was hanging out with my girlfriend and stuff, and I didn't have the time to, like, record a full video, so I was just, summoning, like, with the few moons that I had, and I pulled two of the Scott Busters.
With a nickname,
So I think it's a good idea that we just go straight to day 5, because I'm pretty sure day 1 through 4 is going to be relatively easy. Could be mistaken, but we're just going to go to day 5 on the first and second game until we can beat them. Not sure how hard it's going to be, like I said, but of course we're choosing Pirate's Cove because we want just to go fast as possible, get those rewards faster, and immediately we should start placing down. Now, I haven't used Crying Child since it came out, so I don't think slowing is going to do anything, especially since we have Tarnished Fredbear. But he's still cool to have on the team, you know? Like I said, he's one of the original characters where it all started, Fredbear's Family Diner. Could be mistaking, I don't know, guys, but for the sake of the video, let's just roll with it, right? Now we're going to put down our range boosters, because like I said before, that this is super important, the range booster, because the range on some of these guys is really doo-doo, I'm not going to lie. Could also be because at the time, like when these animatronics and units came out, the best enchants were like Puppet's Nightmare and Shadow, so that's why those units have those enchants on it, and then something like my Tarnished Fredbear has Overclock. It's simply because like when they came out in the game, so I wasn't gonna, like, you know, waste any of my souls enchanting stuff that's not really, like, bad. Like, Shadow's still good. Still very good if you don't get Springlock or Vengeance. Puppet's Nightmare is, like, debatable, questionable. It just depends on what unit you have. And then anything else, yeah, definitely, like, re-roll. But this is pretty good, I think. Doesn't look like we're doing too bad. Let's get our Nightmare and Nightmare Fredbear down. I want to show you guys these right side by side. Look how huge Nightmare is. This has to be one of the most biggest animatronics besides like the Scott unit, like, and you can barely see him too, which is really weird. Like, I remember when I first got him, I thought it was glitching. Like, it's obviously glitching, but I thought like the game was glitching and it wasn't showing the model right, but no, this is what he looks like. It might be a little bit hard to see in the black background. I can try and put him somewhere else. But like, yeah, look. That's pretty cool. Like, you can hardly see him, so, like, you can't even, like, admire how good the actual model is, but it's, like, kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? It's, like, eerie and off-putting. Like, he's here and then he's not, and then sometimes it has, like, the head down here, like how it did in FNAF 4 when the Nightmare would spawn on the bed. It would just have his head. It's just so off-putting a little bit. And then, of course, you have Nightmare Fredbear. He's just floating. Buddy's floating in space. But yeah, just comparing these two side by side, Nightmare is just huge, gigantic. But I should probably have put one over here. Wait, I can place 3 of these? Whoa, I didn't know that. I knew you could do Nightmare Fredbear, but I didn't know you could do Nightmare 3 times. That's something new I just learned. Uh-oh. Alright, he's moving pretty fast. And it doesn't look like anything's happening. Come on. I'm putting everything down that I possibly can. Oh, I forgot to upgrade these guys. Come on. We're so close. You're so close. Please. Yes. We did it. We did it. Yippee! Guys, I can't believe we actually did that. I'm not gonna lie. We won though, so these animatronics are pretty decent, I guess. You could have these and run them and you could still be playing the event. This was game 1, night 5, and I did it on Pirate's Cove, so it's very possible, guys, but now we're going to hop into game 2, night 5, and I highly doubt we'll beat it, but we'll give it a shot anyways. Alright, so I think I decided that I'm going to do game 2, night 5, but instead of doing it on Nightmare mode, we're going to do it on easy mode. Only because I know for a fact that we're probably not going to be able to beat it. Like, we barely made it past the other one. On Nightmare mode, like, all the animatronics' health is super, super high. I know that even the units that I use currently, they don't struggle or anything, but it definitely takes a little bit of practice to put down the units where you want them. And these ones, like I said, aren't, like, the best or anything. As you can see, we're already kind of struggling, but that's just my bad placement. And I'm not speeding up the game at all, either. We might have to restart here, because of my bad timing and placement. Oh goodness, we're about to find out. And... no. See, the problem is, I don't think there's a lot of AoE. We'll try again. I think I need to put down my Tarnished Fredbears faster. As soon as it loads. Here we go. Bang. And easy. Like, we can't even do easy, guys. Definitely not gonna be able to do Nightmare. Some of that I didn't start off with that one, or we would have just been smoked right off the bat. Now, as soon as we load, I need to start placing. We're gonna put all of them here, so we can get the most range and damage out of them. Then Nightmare. Then him, even though he doesn't reach. I'm a little bit silly for that. Then we need him. Him. Doesn't look like we're gonna be able to do it, guys. Nope, there's just too many. Unfortunately, we're not able to beat Game 2 Night 5 of the event mode with these units, but we're gonna go back to the lobby here. Alright guys, well, that was the 1983 challenge. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I thought it was a fun challenge, honestly. Some of these animatronics and units, they did a lot better than I thought they would. Like, we only lost, I think, that final game, I believe. We had some close calls, but the units pulled through, so honestly, if you still want to run some of these units, they're very viable. Some of them are very cool, like Nightmare Fredbear and Nightmare. Those were some very cool units, as you guys could see. But if you like what you saw in today's video, guys, like, subscribe, share the video. I will see you all in the new update. Peace out.
Because I really couldn't tell how deep my footprints went. The vertex of my redemption arc, the searching on that virgin heart. I'm catatonic in your arms, cried, how did I cause so much hurt?